What is up, everybody in the YouTube land? I know it's late, but I'm here to make another movie review for September. I was to make this earlier, but I just didn't. Without too much talking in the background would be much of a distraction. But, anyways, last night I recently reviewed Flow from 2024. That was from Latvia. Tonight I'm going back to the animation scene. Well, yeah, I'm still doing anime movies for the time being, as I am now heading back to the Netflix scene. What I was gonna say earlier, I watched Athlete A documentary that focuses on Larry Nassar and the harm he caused to those women. And those women were brave to confront him, making their statements. Although justice was served to those women, but that's not what I'm here for. The reason why I'm gonna make this, it's gonna be a very brief review, because I don't have. This one's gonna be brief, a little shorter than the Flow reviews I had just done, because I'm going to be talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, which I was able to watch recently this month. So we have these three women, part of the Hunter X, called Rami, Mara, and Zoe. They also have a double life. They're also posing as these demon hunters are about to take down a boy group called Soda Pop. I mean, no, not this song. Well, that's the song, but this male group, the rivals that lead by guys, and trying to take down their rival demon group that they're about to face. Now, the animation for this movie was very familiar. Well, let's say familiar, to put it lightly. I've actually watched Spider-Man Across the Universe and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, were both with the same kind of animation from before. Well, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse I did get to see in theaters, but the second one I did not see that. Well, this was a Netflix movie. It's actually the second time in 2025 I'm reviewing something that is Netflix related, and this was a beautiful anime movie from Netflix. It's one of Netflix's best films. One of the best anime movies that Netflix has ever released. And for a musical / urban fantasy film, this was one of the most beautiful fantasy movies I've ever watched. I was actually very curious about this movie because the reason why I wanted to give this movie a view was Soda Pop, because I've seen reels showing the song being played, and as well as Golden, because Golden was the song that caught my eye the most. But those pieces of music were one of the most memorable things about this film. And another thing was three cast members were very familiar. The two of them who played were husband and wife in Lost, because Daniel Day Kim was, not other lady whose name I cannot pronounce, and then Ken Jeong, and then the guy from Community and Crazy Rich Asians was also in this. But yeah, this was a beautiful anime movie that I wanted to give a nice musical. It's like the animation was. I like the animation because I never get to see animation like this. But yes, I'd seen this animation before when I got to watch those Spider-Man movies. Sony Pictures Animation was involved with this. Even though Sony Pictures had some involvement with this, it is a Netflix movie. I was able to watch this movie through Netflix. But Regardless, I thought giving this review was a good opportunity, and I don't regret making this review or regret watching this film. This was probably the biggest highlight. This is one of Netflix. This is gonna be the biggest highlights for Netflix. June probably be a good month for Netflix. So this movie will be the highlight of the best highlight of Netflix. For 2025, one of the best movies ever done, the best anime movies of 2025, and one of the best for Netflix. Netflix has fair share bad stuff, bad movies, and good movies that Netflix has done. And yeah, the character, like the women going after these rival demon hunters, well, that was pretty. I like the concept of that when they go after demon hunter, fight demons, and also doing and singing songs when they're not hunting demons or whatnot. But regardless, I had a good time with this movie. I was very curious about this movie. Like as I said, but regardless, I'm actually quite glad to watch this musical. It is a recommendation. I recommend this one if you haven't seen it, and if you have watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, the animation will be familiar to you. I'm gonna give this movie a 5 out of 5, just like with Flow. It's one of those anime movies that I couldn't overlook. I couldn't resist this. It is a masterpiece. And having the two cast members from Lost appearing in this movie, it gives me those flashbacks of watching Lost. Because I know the two, Daniel J. Kim and that Yoon Kim, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that woman's name again, but yeah, I'm still getting flashbacks of recognizing them, because I recognize them coming from Lost. But well, that'll be it for this review for K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm sorry if it's a bit shorter than Flow, and especially shorter than the documentary that I just reviewed. But I'm gonna try to do reviews for the other Netflix projects that I've done, including the Alligator Boy that I watched back in 2021, and especially that other one where I was watching the documentary on Press Right, The Man Who Knew Too Much. Thought studying the practice of love, because I've watched those back in between 2021 and 2022 respectively. But anyways, I will try to get those reviews for eventually, because I know Netflix has produced those. But yeah, like I said, sorry about it's a brief movie review. But anyways, I didn't get to say much to say, but the performances, yeah, were great performances from the cast. And also the fact that it's in the Korean culture, it's very, very. Despite the Korean culture it represented, it was a beautiful film. And that will be it for this video. Stay tuned for more movie reviews. I'm still going to be doing Caught Stealing this weekend. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to it, because the movie just recently came out. Well, actually, not very recent. Well, I think it came out in August. I saw it in theaters this Tuesday, so hopefully I'll get to review that one this weekend. Stay tuned for that review and more videos on the Movies On channel on their way.